your prayers in this application?
Your Honor,
Yes.
I'm praying for 21 days because we have some crucial statements we have to record from the witnesses, including the neighbors, where the suspect was living with the deceased. Also, Your Honor,
Yes.
we are praying for the days so that we can take the suspect for mental assessment.
Yes.
Your Honor, the suspect also is a flight risk owing to the fact that he went into hiding after commission of the stated offense. His fixed support is known. Also to deter the interference from the suspect who had fled after commission of the offense. It is a knowledge of the suspect understands about the investigation since he's a police officer. Your Honor, we have another task. We have to collect the DNA samples of the suspect for comparison with the already collected exhibits at the government chemist. Your Honor, we pray for the days so that we can forward the file for perusal to the ODPP. Another reason why we are praying for the days is to perform other police procedures, processing of the suspect, and finally to analyze the CCTV footage that may have captured the events that transpired on that day.
Okay.
That's all, Your Honor.
To add on to what Inspector Terrell has said, we ask the court to be guided by the principles. In the case of Republic versus Danson Mungunya, it's a 2016 Court of Appeal.
Danson
Yes,
Mungunya.
It's a 2016. Which set the principles for the court to consider the compelling reasons as to whether the accused person should be released or not.
Thank you very much, Your Honor. I'll briefly ask a few questions to guide the court. We should confirm that the suspect is an inspector of police.
Yes, Your Honor.
Confirm that he has been in police service for over 20 years.
Yes, Your Honor.
And therefore, every detail about him is in the custody of the National Police Service Commission. True.
It is true, Your Honor.
But are you cross-examining him? I think you just make your submissions.
No. There is a few information because he's the investigator. There's some things we want to extract from him. Only 2-3 questions.
Okay.
I want to extract something from him, then you make submissions. Have you taken him to hospital?
When we found him, he has already visited a hospital, and we were trying to.
You have permission.
Yes?
With your kind permission, Your Honor, we wish to know if our client is being cross-examined so that we also prepare for it. When it's an ambush. You're not aware whether senior is cross-examining him.
We said he's just asking a few questions.
Exactly.
For clarification.
So if there are questions for clarification,
We have no
we
problem
should
with you
prepare
re-examining.
to re-examine. So counsel should be very clear. He's going to cross-examine our
He said 2 to 3, so he has
Yes.
asked 2?
3 already, Your Honor.
2.
That's why I stood up.
He's asking about if he's been taken to hospital.
There are 3 questions, Your Honor.
I'll limit them to 5.
Thank you.
Your
We're
Honor,
done.
I will want to know under which law
He had
the
already.
councils watching brief are taking over the matter of the DPP. There is no provision. We have an independent DPP competent to prosecute this matter. Keep off. I've only asked you a very simple question. Look at this because I wanted to give the court, and that's the last question I'm asking you. Look at that.
So you said when you found him, he had already gone to hospital.
Yes, he has already gone to hospital, and for further checkup, we are planning to take him. When we get the days prayed for.
That's all I was asking.
Yes.
You are ready to take this person to hospital.
We are very ready. That is why we are asking
We
for.
can now proceed to put our submissions.
Okay.
That's kindly that can be given to the board.
Yes.
To bring to the attention of this court, the suspect is an assistant inspector of the Kenya Police. He was,
Assistant inspector.
I don't know if they changed, there used to be an
Your
assistant
Honor is an
inspector.
inspector. There is no assistant.
He's an inspector.
Yes.
He's an inspector of police. So, Your Honor,
Yes.
he was diagnosed with a mental illness. And he has been battling the mental illness.
When? You say he was diagnosed with a mental illness.
Illness
When?
around 2024 when serving in Mombasa. 2023, August 2023.
Yes.
He was treated severally and taken in at Chiromo Mental Health Facility in Mombasa. When he was transferred to Nairobi,
Yes.
he has been a patient, a mental illness patient at Chiromo Mental Health Facility in Westlands. He has not been taking the medication. And he relapsed. The person before you, Your Honor, does not understand himself. We have no objection on the police holding him. But we'll be praying.
So you don't object to prayer too of 21 days?
We'll be dealing with the issue of days. Shadrach will deal with the days. Me, I'm saying the police will argue about the number of days. But my prayer is, Your Honor, that he be ordered to be taken
Yes.
to the hospital
Yes.
so that he can be put back to treatment. If the hospital decides to admit him, because he has severally been an inpatient, we leave it to the doctors. We leave it to the doctors so that if the doctors advise him to be admitted, the police can do their investigations while he's there. That is all that I wanted to bring to the attention of the court. Shadrach can deal with the question of the number of days.
Yes.
Thank you, Your Honor. With your permission, my name is Wambui, Shadrach Wambui. Your Honor, before you, you have a very simple application that has very serious ramifications.
Yes.
Serious ramifications in the sense that it is an invitation for the Honorable Court to limit the rights and fundamental freedoms of the suspect pre-trial and before the court can authenticate as to whether the allegations levied against him are true. Your Honor, the reasons advanced by Mr. IP Wesley Terer are contained at paragraph 23 of his affidavit.
Yeah.
The request made by Mr. Terer is that the court detains the suspect for 21 days.
Yes.
The question then that we ask ourselves here and now is whether the grounds upon which he seeks that the court detains him for 21 days are actually sufficient in the eyes of the law to warrant the detention of the suspect for a period of 21 days.
Yes.
Your Honor, the court has previously, the superior courts have previously set down grounds or parameters through which the court should allow or disallow such applications. And the principles are set in the Oscar Sudi Kipchumba case, Your Honor, paragraph 24, which I will share with the court, is that while the court, paragraph 24, Your Honor, and I have highlighted for the benefit of the court. So firstly, Your Honor, the court must be persuaded that there are exceptional circumstances, of course, made in good faith to warrant the detention of the suspect. But most importantly and fundamentally is the second limit as to whether there are less restrictive measures that can be deployed in the circumstance to permit the investigating officer, Mr. Wesley Terer, to conduct his investigations while balancing the rights of the suspect and that of the family of the deceased. Your Honor, in this case, we remind the court that these investigations took off on the first day of March 2026. Your Honor, the calendar shows
investigations began
on the first day of March 2026 because the offense is suspected to have happened between the 27th day of February and the first day of March 2026. So this information came to the knowledge of Mr. IP Terer on the first day of March. As such, Your Honor, the investigating officer has had with himself a period of 5 days to investigate this matter. So that if he's asking for 21 days, we should then subtract the days that he has had to investigate this matter. So that he is left with a period of about 20 days to do what, Your Honor? Your Honor, to record statements from witnesses. This is something that can be done within a very few days. If at all, that has not been sufficiently addressed. CCTV footages do not even require the physical attendance of the suspect for them to analyze or come up with data.
Yes.
Your Honor, further, there are questions about interference of witnesses. There are measures that the law has provided to ensure that the safety and the well-being of witnesses, if at all they feel threatened, is addressed, Your Honor. This is not to say that he poses any risk to any of the witnesses that are there. In any event, Your Honor, the suspect is unaware of the suspects that are lined up or will be lined up in the course of trial if this matter is to proceed. Your Honor, what I must say, and I must say it with respect, is this. From a very keen reading and a very generous reading of the affidavit supplied before the Honorable Court, it is clear in the mind of every counsel in this matter and the bench that it is clear, as far as the investigating officer is concerned, the offense that they want to charge, or they will prefer to charge the suspect before the Honorable Court. So, moving from that position, that they have clarity as to what offense they want to charge him, then it means it will not augur well with the rights and fundamental freedoms of the accused to be held longer in a detention cell than is required for a period that in any event will not even be taken into consideration if ultimately, for argument's sake, the court is to arrive at the conclusion that he is guilty of the offense. Your Honor, in closing, I will be urging the court, of course associating myself with the submissions made by my senior, Mr. Dunstan Omari. We have received instructions from the suspect and the family of the suspect that what we have before the Honorable Court is not a suspect or an accused person. This one is a patient.
Yes.
Your Honor, cells are meant for suspects and accused persons. Hospitals are, in other words, meant for sick people like our client before the Honorable Court. So that we'll be urging the court with humility that for justice to be seen to be done in this case, the only convenient place that the suspect can be ordered to be detained as the investigations proceed would, in these circumstances, be in a hospital. The history, the medical history of the
But
suspect.
you have not produced any evidence about that, about the medical, but I agree you can be taken to hospital.
Yes, Your Honor, just for the record, because we have the name of the psychiatrist that has been dealing with him, and Your Honor, the court will understand the predicament we find ourselves in. The documents that are supposed to be produced before court as proof of his mental instability are actually contained in the house that has now been rendered a scene of crime. The sisters of the suspect, who is before the Honorable Court, the family is here, yes, and even the wife, they had made an attempt to access the scene of crime, only to be informed, reasonably so, by the investigating officer, that that is a scene of crime and they are precluded by law and logic from accessing that place.
Okay.
So, Your Honor, the name of the psychiatrist, I think it might probably benefit the record of the court. He's been attending sessions before the Kenyatta Doctors Plaza, before Dr. Violet Okech. Yes, he's a psychiatrist. Yes. So, Your Honor, I urge that this is a matter. This is a matter that the court, Violet Okech. So, Your Honor, this is a very unique matter. This is unlike other miscellaneous applications where the court has a patient in the name of a suspect. And we need to move with great caution and circumspection so that the wheels and the scales of justice are seen to be balanced. That is all from us. Mr. Jeff Kang'ethe had something also to add on that issue, if you permit your Honor. He's also learning these things.
Your Honor, I think
But please don't repeat. You see, I have other clients, many clients.
Your Honor,
Yes.
Your Honor, I will not repeat what my seniors have said.
Yes.
Say that to add that the request that has been made is pursuant to Article 49 and the Mental Health Act, more so Section 3. Equally, Section 162 of the Criminal Procedure Code, Your Honor, allows you.
Section?
162 of the Criminal Procedure Code. More so, Section 1 states that this court has a mandatory duty to make an inquiry into the facts that has been alleged by my seniors here as to the soundness of mind of the patient that is before you. Section 2 similarly states that should the court be inclined to pursue the inquiry as has been suggested by my seniors, it could postpone proceedings, in this case, to allow the patient to be treated and a report filed before you. So I would urge, as my seniors have urged, that you allow the suspect or rather the patient to be taken to hospital. He was being attended to at Chiromo. He's been held at Chiromo, Mombasa and Chiromo Westlands.
You are now repeating. I got it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Your Honor, that
But
will be
now
wrong.
even his doctor is not in Chiromo, she's in Kenyatta. The name have been given.
What we have given,
Violet, okay.
let me give the context to that. Before the national insurance cover for the police was effected, he used to attend at Kenyatta National Private Wing. when the National Police Service effected insurance, he now shifted to Chiromo permanently. Because even when he's going, it is the National Police Service that will pay for that cover. And that's why we are saying he be taken where his employer has an undertaking.
And right now it's Kenyatta.
No,
right
Chiromo.
now.
Kenyatta was previous when the police didn't have an insurance cover.
So right now he can go to Chiromo.
Chiromo.
All right. I think I've had. So
Gerard, this is your colleague. Let him go be treated.
respondent shall be held in custody for 14 days. That's number one. Number two, when can you take him to Chiromo for evaluation? Tomorrow?
Probably this under the prerogative of the OCS, but because of the insurance cover, I will have to contact the suspect.
Let him go tomorrow.
You know,
Respondent? Yes?
if he can be taken now, because we have the wife and family are here, they know when that relapses comes, we might not be having a.
We want to be taken today. Are you available to take him today?
He's a danger to himself.
There is a logistic. We have to visit to police at Moy Avenue.
You have to?
First, the suspect should be taken to Moy Avenue at police hospital for appointment. So it takes time. I think it is better to be tomorrow in the morning.
Yeah. Respondent be escorted for mental evaluation and treatment. At Chiromo Hospital tomorrow. So we're coming back 14 days from today. That's mentioned.
You know, before we go to the
Today is 5th, 19. Yes?
before we go to the question of the mention date, could he be detained at Capitol Hill Police Station?
Which police station are you from?
He is in
From
Kasarani.
Kasarani.
We are requesting him be detained at Capitol Hill Police Station.
Why?
He tells me he has been working in that area.
In?
Many of the inmates in Kasarani are people he worked with. The inmates inside. Now, so he's requesting for safety.
So it's not safe there.
He is saved.
I'm saying the police will never admit that he's not safe.
To
And I
make our
have,
investigation to be a bit difficult. He is detained at Capitol.
He was posted at Kasarani right now.
No, he is at DCI
Headquarters, not Kasarani.
you know, we have reasons and we wouldn't want to talk so much
It's-
what he has told us. Allow your colleague.
He'll be at Kasarani.
You know, could we be heard in camera? Because I wouldn't want to say what he has told me about what has happened in Kasarani. And that's why I have